I'm not using Levi.
I'm not talking about a relationship. You can be using people and not be in a relationship with people. That's life. This is TikTok. Come on, for fuck's sake.
I'm in a relationship.
Well, you could be. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant if you're in a relationship. I'm on about using, the aspect of using here. I'm not on about the relationship. I'm not going into depths of who you're with or what your relationship with anyone is. I'm talking about using. I'm talking about you trying to get your foot in the door somewhere. Because Leroy's got clout on the app now. He's got a big platform. He's got a lot going on. You threw yourself in the mix, and you've got the same with Sussy and that. I generally do believe you are a clout chaser. I really genuinely do. And I don't mean any offence by it. I'm just saying how it is. I think you're a clout chaser.
Right, can we just clear one thing up, that my old account on here was just as big as Levi's, just to clear that up.
Relevant.
I wouldn't use that. Alex, can I get a word in, please? Because I'm not taking this as a personal attack on me. What I'm saying is I've actually defended you when they were all calling you Pigum. So can we just clear that one up as well? 1 second.
No, that's a tad bit of gaslighting there. But anyway, we'll move on from that situation. For you to say you stuck up for me because someone called me Pigum, right? To then try and argue the toss that you had a big account just as big as Levi. Everyone falls off. Gemzina used to have 3,000 people in her life, and now she's got...
I didn't... Wait 1 second, because now you're saying it's a fall-off thing. It isn't a fall-off thing. Levi's my friend. I've known Levi for a while. We're now in a relationship. What has that got to do with anybody else? I don't know. Do you know what I mean? The only reason that people on Levi's side started seeing me was because he was cam-toing me doing my dare battles. That's how it came across. And that's how it all happened.
But no one has mentioned your fucking relationship. That's what I'm trying to say. So if no one's mentioning your relationship, I'm just saying using. I'm not mentioning your relationship. This is TikTok. We know that people use people on this app to get their foot in the door or to elevate their platforms. Here's a prime example now. There's a lot of people on this app, yeah. I'm not saying about you, because I don't know the ins and outs of you, but I'm talking about now people that have got big platforms, and there'll be young people that are doing OF that will cling on to these big platforms and try and boost their portfolio.
I don't do OF.
I'm not saying you do. I'm saying
but now you're saying that. You just compared me to somebody who's doing OF, and I'm not doing OF, Alex.
I'm giving you an example. I'm not comparing to you to OF. I'm saying that people do this to elevate their platforms. I'm just giving you an example. I'm not mentioning you.
I'm nearly 27 years old. The internet doesn't mean the world to me, and I can come off this app today and not give a fuck if I wanted to, because I have an actual life off the app. Like, I'm a normal person who has a life off the app and don't sit on TikTok all day, every day. I might be sat in Levi's box, but it'll be on my other phone on mute, because and I'll be doing whatever, and I'll be on the phone to Levi, doing whatever, looking after my children, doing my own fucking thing. But this is completely off topic of what it is we were meant to be discussing.
I think if everyone was genuine in this whole situation now, there wouldn't be so many spluttering their words. There wouldn't be a lot of people falling over their words. And there's a lot of fucking videos on the FYP that everyone's stories are always changing. And if you're genuine and you're honest, stories don't never change, because that's the story. But there's a lot of...
And anyone who knows me knows I'm an honest person, hence why I've got in this box now to give everyone what's actually happened and the actual story from the start to finish on everything that's gone on. So if you want me to do that, I'm happy to. If you don't, then I won't.
Go on then. I'll let you speak. I won't speak. I'll let you say what happened.
Right. So obviously, a while ago, there was a phone call between Angie and Levi, where Angie wanted him to take a call from her and pretend to be Evil Avocado. I've seen the screenshots of this. I've seen all the screenshots of this to prove that that's true. But obviously, I said to Levi, don't post them, because you're giving Angie another thing to use against you. So do not post them. But they are genuine screenshots, and I've seen them. I don't know when exactly it was. I can have a look on the messages when the date were, because I didn't look at that too much. And then obviously with the prank call, so that's what I used to do on the app. I never really bothered with battles and shit like that. It was only in the last month or so that I started giving a shit about doing stuff like that, because I thought, well, why not? I've made money off it. I may as well carry it on, like anyone on the app would do. So then I've gone to we was all in boxes. I think it was in Top Girls Live, but I could be wrong. And I used to just prank call, and on my side of TikTok compared to this side is what we all used to do. I then made the prank call. There wasn't just one to Angie. There was ones to other people, stuff like that. There was many different calls. but Angie's the one that actually picked up. We called Jay Moss, who's one of my friends, off the app. We called, I think at one point, we called someone else who I can't remember who that was, but we called a few different people, and that's what I used to do already before on the app months ago, and that's why we thought it was funny. Yeah, I held my hands up and said I shouldn't have done it if it was going to upset Angie. I didn't even fucking know who Angie was. I'm on a complete different side of TikTok, and this is what I explained to people last night, that just because you see certain creators all over your FYP doesn't mean other people do. I didn't see that side of TikTok until a couple of weeks ago when I started getting involved with Levi more and going into his lives, because he was asking me to go into his lives. He was saying, come get in the box and things like that, and come meet my friends, blah, blah, blah. So I don't give a shit what people think that I've apparently done wrong or anything like that. But the fact that it's trying to now affect my personal life is just wild. And I've held my hands up and said, okay, I shouldn't have called Angie. But I didn't know who Angie was, and I didn't know how it would have been taken, because I've done many other calls similar to that on the app before, and it's never been a big deal before. So I held my hands up and said it shouldn't have been done.
Would you understand why people would be worried to trust you, regardless of what happened before with the phone call?
I don't give a shit if people don't trust me. Do you know what I mean? Like, everyone's going on now about the phone call with Tommy and everything like that. The phone call with Tommy, if you want some context, because I'm happy to talk about that, even though he's threatened me with solicitors, I will happily say that. The phone call with Tommy was, I was supposed to be boxing on the card. I wasn't friends with Tommy. I have never been friends with Tommy. The whole time I was supposed to be boxing on the card, I was in a relationship with my ex Moses. He wanted me to box on the card because he wanted Moses' clout that he had. He wanted him to sing and perform at the show. I said he's not going to do that for free. So then he said, well, can he at least walk you out to the ring? So straight away I was getting red flags that he was using me to get to him. But Moses was like, go along with it. Just do it. Do the boxing thing. You'll enjoy it. It's something for you to do, and it'll be good exposure for you. Because at the time, I did do OF. And I don't do it anymore, but I did do it at that point. And obviously, that's the kind of thing. You can't advertise it too much on these apps, but that was a good way to promote it. I have actually had people from Misfits in touch with me previously, wanting me and Moses both to box on a card on there, which I can prove. I don't need the clout. And then, 1 second. Let me just 1 minute. I need to just deal with the kids, because unfortunately I do have a life off TikTok as well. 1 second.
I don't know who Moses is, to be honest with you. I've got no idea. Well, I guess she'll tell us when she gets back.
Right, sorry about that. Where was I? Oh, right, yes. So I was supposed to be doing the boxing. Tommy sent me numerous inappropriate messages, which Ghost will back me up on, because funny enough, now they've fallen out, he will go along with it as well, and he will go against Tommy now, because they've obviously got a massive issue. But before, I kept all this personal to protect Ghost as well, because believe it or not, I am actually friends with Ghost. So Tommy sent me numerous inappropriate messages during the time I was supposed to be boxing, saying that how much he wanted to F me and stuff like that, things like that. And then obviously I pulled out because I have genuine health issues as to why I couldn't do it, which Tommy knew about, which he's now tried to twist in another way and manipulate in a weird way, which is strange. But that's why I pulled out. And then obviously I was sat in Levi's box while it was being discussed about streaming it. Right, 1 minute. Can you turn the comments off? And just turn them off for now while we just talk about this.
No. Do you know why, Soph? Because I think sometimes you need the realisation that people in the comments do matter, and the people that are literally there commenting do honestly care. Like, 'cause I did see the video where people was like, oh, I don't care what you say about in the comments. Without the comments and the way people are in these lives, we have no lives. Without people having their opinion, we literally have no platforms. So it's not fair for me to silence them and let you speak, like what happened earlier on, without Pearl being able to have her say on that live. You know what I mean?
So, all right, that's fine. That's fine if you don't want to. That's your platform. It's your choice, yeah. So obviously, then I was in Levi's box. They were discussing the streaming. Ghost had said, "Yeah, do you know what? You can stream it, whatever else, all that shit." Then Tommy tried ringing me 4 times. So at this point, there was no business contract arranged between me and Tommy. I had already pulled out of the fight and wanted nothing to do with him. Tommy was messaging me saying, asking me for inappropriate photos and videos in return for unis, which I was saying no. And I have all the screenshots to prove that I was changing the subject straight away because I was in a relationship and I would not be interested in Tommy. And that is what I wanted to clear up then. So then he was then trying to call me 4 times and I was in a meeting, which was really important. So I then said to him, I cut the calls off. There was 4 calls within a minute. And then what I did was I then went back home, rang Levi, and I said, Tommy's trying to call me. I'm a bit concerned because I haven't said anything. I've just been sat in the box. But obviously I have proof of him sending threats to other females I know. One of which was a girl who does OF, who he touched inappropriately during when he was training her for boxing, and it caused a big uproar when she pulled out. And he was sending her to say, no, because this is the storyline.
Yeah, but it's getting a bit too deep now.
Storyline.
Yeah, but we've gone from now, initially you talking about Tommy, and all I was trying to get at is, can you understand why people would struggle to trust you when you've been recording private phone calls with some...
Yeah, I didn't record anything. It wasn't me. So I rang Levi, and Can
you hear me, guys? Yeah. Is it Sophie that's gone quiet? Yeah. Her sound's gone. Okay. I thought. Yeah, it worked. There you go. She's gone. Yeah, this is what I mean. Like, I didn't know whether I don't know who Moses is. You know what I mean? I don't know who that person is. That must be a new character unlocked. And like I said, let me be honest with you now. I've got my opinion about the whole thing. You know what I mean? I think people are being played. I think people are lying. I don't think people are being genuine. And like I said, I don't agree with what happened earlier. I think the whole thing should have been, yeah, you can have your opinion, you can discuss the situation, but having everyone in the box without the person that's getting thrown under the bus and getting blamed is wrong. I don't like it. I don't like that. I don't like it. I think it's not right. I don't think it's right, to be fair. Each person can run their platform how they want. And I understand what she was saying to the extent of people are all going to be talking about it. And obviously she's got the biggest FYP show. So people are going to put pressure on her to speak on it. However, having people in the boxes without the main person, it's not, for me, I wouldn't have done it that way. And like now, like there was people requesting my box now that wanted to jump up, and I weren't going to have every single person in my box putting their point across without Paul being here.